topic we chose is music has no boundaries. There's so many aspects in our life that really exemplify the statement. Again, thanks for having us. This is Kiran and Nivi. We're singers, songwriters, and producer. Our family didn't come from a musical background. Our mom owns a child preschool, and our dad is an innovator and system engineer lead at Synoptics. So when we were 2 years old, we had speech problems, and we couldn't talk like a normal 2-year-old kid. So our parents took us to a speech therapist, but the condition didn't improve much. And at this time, we were at New York, the United States, and our parents would go to a Sai Mandir every Friday evenings. And the host of that mandir asked my parents to have us come and sit and listen to the devotional bhajans that happen for 1 hour every week. So they took us there, and to our parents' surprise, we sat there quietly, calm and composed, listening to all the bhajans, which was surprising as a normal 2-year-old kid would typically make some noise. So this happened for several weeks, and then the host came to my parents and asked, why don't you teach them a bhajan and have them sing the next week? This was when my mom said, how can we sing when we can't even speak? But she had faith in God and taught us our first ever song, bhajan, called Gopala Rathalola. Here it is. Gopala Rathalola Murali Lola Nandalola Keshava Madhava Janardhana Vanamala Brindavana Bala Murali Lola Nandalola Sai Murali Lola Nandalola. So we sang this bhajan the next week. This not only surprised everyone there at the Sai Mandir, but most importantly, our parents. And this indeed it made us realize that music is a miracle in our life. Because a few months later, we started to develop our speaking skills. And sooner than later, we started to speak fluently. Sooner than later, our parents took us to Carnatic music lessons. And that's where our musical journey started. Carnatic music is a South Indian classical art form. It's the foundation of our musical journey, and it has helped us in so many ways. It has helped us to be very versatile in so many genres. And to name a few genres that we sing: pop, hip-hop, R&B, opera. In the Indian side, of course, we sing Carnatic music, Hindustani, film music, Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood. But this is the truth. Carnatic music really gave us the ability to sing all of these genres and grasp the nuances of each genre and sing each genre in its truest form. So if you have an example of this, let's take pop music and Carnatic music. The most complicated aspect of pop music is riffs and runs. And if we take Carnatic music, it's known as the most complicated art form in the world. And one specialty of this music is the oscillations of each note, called gamakams. So an example, let's take a raga, or a melodic scale, called Kalyani. Na, 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 and if we take a rag in Hindustani music, like Bhairavi, for example, na, na, and if we take a run in pop music, and I will always love you. So as you can see, there's a lot of complicated notes in Carnatic music, Hindustani, but if you take pop music, it's more of plain notes and just riffing off of it. And this is just a small example of how Carnatic music has helped us to sing these complicated aspects in other genres with more ease and more effortlessly. Moving on to our social media journey. The first ever platform that we got was Facebook. But we weren't really serious in social media. We never really posted regularly. It was the time when we were in our second year in college, and we found randomly this app called TikTok. And I started scrolling through the app, and I was thinking to myself, why can't we start posting singing videos? So one day we just posted a video. Our first ever video is a cover song of If I Can't Have You by Shawn Mendes. And we just posted this video. We didn't have any expectations of how it was going to go or anything. By the next day, it got 1,000 likes. And this was really surprising for us because 1,000 likes means 1,000 people literally watched this video. And that really was a big shock. And this was a motivational factor, we could say, that we kept posting videos after this on TikTok and started being more consistent. That being said, our journey throughout wasn't just so smooth and easy, like a piece of cake. There were many downs. There were many days that we'd feel frustrated or even disappointed that our expectations, like we would post a video and expect it to go so well, but it wouldn't sometimes, and that would be very disappointing. There were days that we would cry in our bedroom, we'd cry to our parents, and it kind of just made us realize that expecting things is not the best way to go about it. And we have to say at this juncture that our parents were a great motivator at all our downs and ups, and especially when we needed it the most, our downs. Our dad would motivate us. He would lift us up every time when we were down, and he would motivate us every time. Whenever we felt down, he would motivate us to keep pushing through and keep trying and keep thinking in different angles in order to do the next video. And our mom is a form of whatever she does it perfectly. And the setbacks, struggles that everyone faces in life, our mom just takes it with a positive perspective and moves on. And I think this is very easy to say, but very hard to do. And so that trait of hers is a big inspiration for us to move on our musical journey in the same way. It was in the time of October 2020 where things really started to change in a wild way. In this time, I was scrolling through TikTok, and there was this TikTok trend, and the song was Overwhelmed by Royal and the Serpent. And I thought to myself, why can't we add some swarams into the song? So what are swarams? In the Western way, it's called Indian solfege. So Western solfege is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Indian solfege, or swaram, is sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. So I thought to myself, why can't we add the swaram into the song Overwhelmed? So we were playing around and finding different ways of how to do that. So we posted it and on Instagram. And overnight, it got viral. 2 days later, we posted it on TikTok. And that also overnight got viral. This was a game-changing moment in our life because we never knew something like this could go viral. And we would read through some of the comments of that video, and people would comment saying, I don't know what you did to the song, that addition to that song. It's so cool, keep doing it. And these are people who have absolutely no background about Indian music. They don't know what swaram is. These are people who just don't know anything about it, and that's what shocked us and made us realize that really music does have no boundaries and really showed us the power of music. So we'll demonstrate another cover that went viral for us. And the cool thing about this song is that people started to cover the swaram part of our song. And that really means a lot because they remembered the swaram part and they wanted to cover it. So here's Snowman by Sia. You to know that I'm never leaving, cause I miss the snow till death will be freezing. From my home for all seasons. So come on, let's go. Let's walk below zero and hide from the sun. I love you forever, we'll have some fun. Yeah, let's hit the North Pole, live happily. Please don't cry, no tears now, it's Christmas, baby. My snowman and me. My snowman and me. another song, Arcade by Duncan Lawrence. How do we actually compose these swarams? Well, we'll demonstrate. Nivi will compose the swaram on the spot, and we'll sing the song and show you how we do it. Small town boy in a big arcade, I got addicted to a losing game. Sunny, all I know, all I need, loving you is a losing game. Another variation. Small town boy in a big arcade, I got addicted to a losing game. All I know, loving you is a losing game. So as you can see, these variations were just rhythmic and melodic sequences of these notes. And one thing I have to say is Carnatic music was a big inspiration for this. The creative aspects, in a typical Carnatic music concert, people create on the spot on stage, and that's called monodharma. So that really helped us to get this idea how to mix it with pop music and create things on the spot with swarams. Moving on to our original music, the music that we compose. So as you may have guessed, in all of our original music, we would always like to have that Indian identity into it. So we were thinking of ways how we can incorporate Indian Carnatic music into our original music. Carnatic music has a variety of scales. It has so many scales that you can't just count in numbers. And in Western music, there's two major scales that are used predominantly in all pop songs, which is major and minor. But we wanted to go beyond. We wanted to use a scale that has not ever been used in pop music. And we wanted to see how and what it would look like to compose a verse or a whole song in that scale. So last year we released a song called Y'all Got It Wrong. And we chose a scale called Rasika Priya in Carnatic music. We'll demonstrate that ragam for you. Sari gama padani sa sari da pa ma gari sa. In Western solfege, do me mi fi sol te ti do ti te sol fi mi me do. So in the song, here it goes. Looking at my phone just like that. FB, Insta, Twitter, Snapchat. Burning my eyes, screen time so high. What else can I do? Nothing to satisfy. Sometimes I just lose control. So as you can see, this first part, which we just sang, is Rasika Priya, and then we transitioned to minor scale, or Natapaidavi, in Carnatic music. So as you can see, Carnatic music and pop music, these are two unrelated genres, absolutely opposite vocal techniques. Starting from even concerts, Carnatic music singers sing sitting down, whereas pop singers sing standing up. So starting from that to a lot of various aspects, these genres are very opposite in the spectrum. But it's music that can make these two opposite genres be related and unite them to make it sound like they're one. Another example is language. Language is never a boundary in music. And an example of that is we posted a variety of songs in so many different languages. To name a few, Somali, Nigerian, Arabic, Urdu, Tamil, Hindi, and many more. And a lot of these videos have gotten viral, and that comes to show that language is never a barrier. We'd like to end by saying that we came from a non-musical background, and here we are pursuing our passion, our music, our love, which is music. And I believe that anyone can take up their passion and pursue it. If you just love what you're doing, and if you just want to take that first step to pursue your dream, we believe that it will make a difference in everyone's lives. We'll end with one last song, which is one of our original songs called One Last Bye. And if you haven't guessed by now, we did add some swaram sequences in the song. Hope you enjoy. I remember all of the phone calls we had every night. Last December, Sat on your couch, saw movies and laughed till we cried. If I knew how you were feeling, then I would lift the weight you're carrying. Wish that I could change the past. Here I am alone and heartbroken, all the memories stuck inside of my head. Oh, why'd you leave so fast? Could I have one more chance to tell you it's always okay to share your pain? I'd ask for one more chance to say what I didn't say last time. I'm crying, but here's one last All my friends feel sorry for me and ask me how I'm doing now. But nothing heals me. You were so strong, you pushed through hard times till the end. If I knew how you were feeling, then I would lift the weight you're carrying. Wish that I could change the past. Here I am alone and broken, all the memories stuck inside of my head. Oh, why'd you leave so fast? Could I have one more chance to tell you it's always okay to share your pain? I'd ask for one more chance to say what I didn't say last time. I'm crying, but here's one last Why is it always like everyone's leaving? I just can't take this anymore. I feel so happy that I couldn't save you. Now you're not anymore. Could I have one more chance to tell you it's always okay to share your pain? I'd ask for one more chance to say what I didn't say last time. I'm crying, but here's one last bite. Thank you all so much.